What's up, guys? Grimsie42 here, and I'm going to do my pickups from Con Bravo. It consists of a lot of different things. So stuff that I actually bought at the convention, and then some trades that I did. So anyways, I will jump right into it. The first thing I wanted to show actually wasn't from Con Bravo, but I figured I'd throw it in just because I got it. Actually, it was in the mail for me when I came back from Con Bravo, so you know it times out pretty similar. And it's a NES game that I have been actively pursuing. It's not my most wanted game, but it's definitely something I wanted pretty badly. It's Toxic Crusaders. And I actually got this off eBay, but I got it at a pretty good price. It's an uncommon game. It goes for, you know, about 20 or 30 bucks, depending. And I wound up picking it up for 10. It was a really weird ending time, so I was totally happy to grab this for 10 bucks. Nice game to add to the title, or collection. Okay, so first things I'm going to show are some trades that I did with Jay of the Game Chasers. I had some games that he wanted, and you know, he had some games I wanted, so we kind of negotiated the trade, you know, over the phone, and he held on to the stuff, and I held on to my end of it until we met up at Con Bravo. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what I got. First one is Chrono Cross. Next is The Adventures of Bayou Billy. Next is Bases Loaded 3. I only need Part 4 now to have all the Bases Loaded games. Next one is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Next one is TNC Surf Design. Next is G.I. Joe. I'm actually very excited to pick this one up. I actually have the box for it already, so complete it, which is pretty cool. Okay, and these next three are some pretty damn good titles, and I will show you in order of cool factor, at least in my opinion. And the first two I actually already had the box and manual for, so these will go ahead and complete my copies. The first one is Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. And this next one is a pretty notorious, pretty famous game, and I was super happy to get it. I'm actually really glad that Jay put this aside for me. Conker's Bad Fur Day. And this last one, I was totally surprised that he actually gave it to me. It's a very sought-after game, and it's considerably valuable. He actually picked it up for a really, really good price, actually at Con Bravo, but he knew that I was looking for it, and you know, he wanted to be a bro and hook me up, and again, it was part of a trade we did, so I'll go ahead and let him, you know, reveal what you know, what exactly he gave, or what I gave him rather, just, you know, so he can do that. I'm sure it'll be, you know, either a vlog of his or on the episode of the Game Chasers or whatever, so I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, what I what I picked up here is pretty damn awesome. It's Magic Knight Ray Earth, and it is in fantastic shape. It even has the styrofoam in there. So I was totally happy to add this to my collection. This is definitely the gem of my Sega Saturn collection. So thank you very much for this, Jay. Okay, that wraps up my trade with Jay. The next stuff I'm going to show, Jay actually got me from Pat, the NES Punk, who you know, I just had met him at this convention, so we weren't friends or anything. And I figured if Jay got these games for me, that Pat would give him a better price, and I was correct. So I wound up picking up both of these for, I want to say, 16 bucks. The first one is Ninja Crusaders. And the next one is a combo cart manual. It's Punisher. And like I said, these were just two titles that you know, I saw that he was selling and I wanted to pick up. So you know, I figured if Jay asked, he would give a better price, and he did. I also grabbed this from Pat. It's his season 1 and 2 DVD. It's actually really nice, and I don't know if you can see, but he actually signed it for me. Pat's a really cool dude, so we get along pretty well, and we hung out a decent amount at the cons, so you know, it was cool to meet him and you know, hang out with him a little bit. Okay, next I'm going to show all the pickups that I got at the con that weren't from Billy and Jay. The first two I actually traded for. I had a little spot at the Retroware booth, you know, where I set up shop and had some games that I was selling and trading. And these first two, a guy traded for some of the games I had. The first one is Splatterhouse 3. And this next one I was super excited to pick up. It's definitely one that's been on my list, and it's something that I was actively pursuing, and it's in really good shape. Bucky O'Hare. Okay, these next two. There was a guy who apparently was a fan of the Game Chasers show, and he must have been fans of like everything Retroware, because first I saw Billy come back and he had, you know, like a complete in-box Conquer, Bad Fur Day, and then Jay came back, and among other things he had that Magic Knight Ray Earth. And then Pat came back, and by come back I mean to the Retroware table. I was manning it for them while they were all out getting these games. And Pat had, you know, like a complete in-box Majora's Mask and a whole bunch of other stuff, and they all seemed to be getting really good prices on them. So I was curious, and I'm like, you know, where are you guys getting these? So they tell me, and I head down to talk to the guy, and he's like, "Oh, come back tomorrow." So he literally was just packing up, which was unfortunate. But I did come back the following day, and he remembered me, and I did wind up picking up two pretty cool games for the Dreamcast. First one is Skies of Arcadia. And the cool thing is, since it was in Canada, it came with an extra manual, which is the French manual, so that's pretty neat. And the next one was Shenmue, a game I really enjoyed back when I had my first Dreamcast, so I'm excited to get this again. And it also came with the French manual and passport, in addition to the North American version, so, or American version rather. Okay, this next game I actually got as a trade. A gentleman came up to my booth, and or not my booth, but the Retroware booth, and he wanted a copy of, that was a game, River City Ransom, that I'd had boxed, and believe it or not, I told him I would sell it to him for 20 bucks, and I don't know if he was just short on cash or what, but he didn't take it, and I'm actually glad he didn't, because that was a little too good of an offer. The box itself is probably worth like 30 or 40 bucks. So what he did say, though, was to go back to his booth, which was downstairs, and look over his stuff and see if there was anything that that he would you know, have that we could trade. So I did, and there were 3 games there that I wanted, and they were all for Sega Saturn. And I said, you know, you can pick any one of these 3, and you know, and I'll trade you. One was Die Hard Arcade. One was Dark Savior, I want to say, and then the third one, which is the one he wound up actually trading me. It's called Galaxy Fight. And I'm not going to open it just because the tab is broken off the top and the bottom, so it'll fly everywhere. But what's cool is inside of it was also a demo for Daytona, USA. So I wound up trading the River City Ransom for these, and I looked Galaxy Fight up. He had $70 on it. It's more like a $30 game, but it's a game I didn't have, so I mean, pretty much anything that I don't have for Sega Saturn is cool because it's a tough system to collect for. So I was pleased to get these. Okay, these next two I actually I grabbed from a vendor who owns their own game store, and they were at this place. Rue and I were actually at the table. Rue from Clan of the Grey Wolf and Retroware, so you know, he was grabbing a few things at the same time. He actually picked up, I don't remember actually. He grabbed some game, but they gave him a good price on it, I know that. But anyways, I wound up picking up Metal Morph. And another one which I find much more exciting than Metal Morph is Super Adventure Island 2. And they wanted 10 for the Metal Morph and I think 40 for Adventure Island 2. And keep in mind, these are Canadian prices, so the money is a lot different over there, and the value and price of things is different. So believe it or not, those were both good prices, you know, in American funds, let alone Canadian. But I asked if he would do both for 40, and he did. So I think the Adventure Island, according to my app, is like a $70 complete game. So I was pretty happy to grab two more complete Super Nintendo games to add to the collection. So that was pretty awesome. Okay, this next stuff here is it's quite a bit of stuff, so I'm going to try to fly through it. It's a trade that I did with Billy, and again, I won't reveal what I traded him. I'll let him deal with that, but I do want to show the games quick so you guys can get at least what I got on my side. The first one is Pokemon Fire Red. Next is Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. Next is Zelda: A Link to the Past 4 Swords, and it's got a bit of label damage, but it's a pretty cool game, so I wanted to grab it. Next we got a couple NES games. So first one is Batman. Next is Little League Baseball. And lastly, I do have a double of this one, so this one won't be going into my collection. It's just a double to trade. But Clue Clue Land. Okay, next I'm going to go into Super Nintendo games. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Next is Donkey Kong Country 3. This next one's got a bit of label damage, but I didn't have it, and I do have the box and manual, so I figured I'd grab it. It's Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Next one is Judge Dredd. Next is Zelda: A Link to the Past. Next one is Breath of Fire. Next one is a game I was really happy to get, Lufia. Fortress of Doom. I already have part 2. I actually just recently got it complete, so it was pretty awesome to find that. And I was also excited to get these last two. The first one is a double. I do have this game complete in box, but I know that, you know, this is a sought-after game, and I could definitely trade it for something good. Secret of Mana. And lastly, Soul Blazer. I was very happy to grab this. Okay. Moving on in the trade with Billy. Next is a complete Game Boy Advance game. Mega Man and Bass, or Bass, depending on which pronunciation you prefer. I'm told it's Bass. Next is Mega Man Legends. I was super happy to pick this up. It's a really, really fun series, and definitely happy to add this to the collection. Next is Sega Master System game, and in fact the only one I own. So it's Alex Kidd High Tech World. Next is Streets of Rage 2. Next one is X-Men. Next, we got a couple GameCube games. The first one is Luigi's Mansion. Unfortunately, it does not have a manual, so I'll have to keep an eye out for a spare manual for this. This is an extra copy, though. I have the non-greatest hits version, so. This next one also didn't come with a manual, but I was able to find one. It's a player's choice of Resident Evil 0. And that looks like it's going to wrap up my pickups from Con Bravo. I do have some other stuff that I'm going to show in kind of a separate video that I'm going to make. But that is everything that I did get at the actual con. So I appreciate you guys staying to the end, and take care.